What's up everybody, it's Luke James, not the singer, and this is my review for DJ Quik's new album, The Midnight Life. Now this album is set to drop October the 14th, but Quik was nice enough to release a stream for all of us to listen to, so I've been listening to it the past couple of days, and that's why my review is coming out a little bit early. And don't get this album confused with the 2007 release called Midnight Life. That was a project that AMG and DJ Quik came together to make when they were the group known as The Fixers. And that was an alright album, by the way. I really like the song So Good featuring Rich Boy in particular, so if you can find it, it's worth giving it a spin. Now I personally think that DJ Quik is one of the most underrated and underappreciated artists in the rap game, especially when you consider that he's been putting in work since 1987. That's not to say that lyrically DJ Quik is a top tier rapper, but I just feel that his name doesn't come up enough when we talk about legends, and it definitely doesn't come up enough when we talk about top producers, because I think his name should be up there with Dr. Dre, Timbaland, Pharrell, etc. He's a true hip-hop legend, and his album Balance and Options holds a special place in my heart because it takes me back to the high school days. But now I'm just getting nostalgic with my old ass, so let's get on with the album review before I start explaining to you youngins why the original Transformers cartoon movie is better than all of these new Transformers movies. But there's not really a discussion to be had there, so let's just leave it at that. Seriously, the cartoon movie is way better. I still got the touch and the power after watching that. First of all, it's DJ Quik's versatility as a producer that makes this album so interesting. On the intro, he jokes that hip-hop needs banjos in order for it to be refreshing again. So what does he do? On the first track, called That Nigga's Crazy, he brings some banjos on the beat. It might seem like a strange idea, but the banjos work perfectly with the harmonizing vocals and the stiff drums. The first verse is vintage DJ Quik, as he humorously spits about sex, hoes, and he even makes a funny line about how girls try to stick sex toys up his butt. Yeah. That actually happens. But in the second verse, he gets a little more serious as he addresses his haters and some of the locals who seem to have problems with him. Quik keeps the masterful production going on his single Pet Cemetery, which there's a video for. And this song has that typical funky DJ Quik sound that people love him for. The idea of this track is that people are saying gangsta rap and R&B are dead, so DJ Quik is taking them to the Pet Cemetery to bring them back to life. Now, if you've never seen the Pet Cemetery movies or read the books, you have no idea what that means, so I'm not even going to bother explaining it to you because it's a whole thing, but get up off your ass and watch the movies, because they're really good. Life Jacket with Sugar Free and Dom Kennedy also has that classic DJ Quik song sound, especially when the female voice kicks in. But if I'm being honest, there's really not much to these verses. Still, it's a nice summertime jam, and I like the talk box action that Sugar Free has going on throughout his verse. Two other examples of Quik's beautiful, unique production can be heard on the two instrumentals that are featured on this album. There's Quik's Groove, which sounds like the perfect jam session, and the smooth guitar track called Bacon's Groove, which features Funksta Bacon. Both of these tracks are just so laid back and chill that they would fit perfectly on your doing homework playlist or just chillin' playlist. There's also a short El DeBarge interlude on this album that's only about a minute long, but it's really soulful and it takes you back to the 70s. Not that I know exactly what the 70s are like because I was born in '84, but you know what I mean, so just work with me here. It has that 70s soul feel. And there's some more soulful production on the song Why'd You Have to Lie. The sultry beat pairs a sexy bass line with some cool keyboard keys, and Joy, who handles the song all by herself, brings some beautiful vocals to make a track that somebody out there is going to get pregnant to. Let me just put it like that. There are definitely some disappointing moments on this album though. The song Fuck All Night has an empty beat and there's just nothing of interest going on that whole song. And Trapped on the Tracks with Bishop Lamont and DJ Quik's son, David Blake II, features some train horns as an instrument, but altogether it just sounds kind of clumsy. And it doesn't really come together that well, especially when the automated message voice comes on for the hook. Bishop Lamont did kill his verse though, so that's a redeeming feature on this song, and it does have some big bass, so if you're looking for something that can get your car thumping, it will work for that. But you might prefer the song Back That Shit Up, which features Tay, F, the third, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever seen his name or heard of him. If anyone knows how to pronounce his name, please let me know. But he has a good verse on this song. I just don't know how to say his name. And DJ Quik's son is on this song as well. It has a really cool build-up on the chorus, which makes for an interesting listen. And again, it has some big bass on it, so it was kind of a cool track. DJ Quik's son is featured on some other songs as well, including Shine and The Gutter. Both of these tracks, they're not very representative of DJ Quik's great production skills, but they're alright. Like, they're not awful tracks, they're just painfully average. Although Shine is much better because it works as a late night ride out type of track. Sounds like something that you might listen to when you're just driving around scheming and plotting. And the last track I'm going to touch on is Puffin' the Dragon, which is probably the most lyrical track on here, which isn't saying a whole lot, but DJ Quik does touch on a few things. He raps about what it's like being a pioneer coming up in the game, how he paved the way for some people, including Lil Wayne, that's one of the names that he throws out there, and he also touches on some of the ups and downs that he's experienced in his lifetime and his career. The beat is built around a horn-heavy orchestra hit and some really deep piano keys. And the way the track breaks down and plays itself out at the end is a really nice added touch. It's a pretty simple production, but it's effective and it sounds good. So at the end of the day, I give this album a 3.5 out of 5. Lyrically, there's not much to talk about, but it doesn't even matter because the production on here is so unique and interesting that it does a lot of the heavy lifting. I mean, maybe it's not fair to say that the lyrical content doesn't matter, because lyrics always matter. I'm just saying when you go into a DJ Quik project, you're really focusing on his production more so than his raps. And it's not that his rapping is awful. He has a unique voice, he can flow, he says some funny lines here and there. I'm just saying that this isn't any groundbreaking lyricism you're getting. He's not doing crazy flows like Pharoah Monch or dropping all kinds of crazy knowledge like, say, Kendrick Lamar or whatever. Still, on every album, DJ Quik manages to keep his signature sound while also trying new things and getting creative with it. And for someone who's been in the game for almost 30 years, that is very impressive. So we gotta start giving DJ Quik his props. He's a legend. I see a lot of young kids on message boards and comment sections saying that he's irrelevant. If you're saying that, you clearly need to study your hip-hop history, because you can't make a statement like that about DJ Quik. He's truly one of the greats. The Midnight Life is a fun album with a lot of interesting spots, and it's a great addition to DJ Quik's discography. So thank you for watching. Make sure you comment on my videos, like them, share them, follow me on Twitter, all that good YouTube and social media stuff. Hit me up at luke@redmattersite.com if you'd like your album reviewed, and maybe I can help you out with some promo. And yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. The Midnight Life. Check it out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.